2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Dallas Mavericks. Well, for the Mavericks, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And one of the guys we'll be seeing tonight is Al Horford. He's not a flashy guy by any means, has never gotten all that much national media love, but Shaq, wouldn't you say he is as solid a post player as you'll find?
You know what, he doesn't do anything with flash and doesn't have the big contract, but he plays like it. I just want to say muchas gracias, papi. He's from Dominican Republic.
Oh, muy bien. Well, he does everything you want a post player to do. I mean, honestly, he passes the basketball. He can handle it off a rebound. He moves it, post moves. He's improved his outside shot. But the only thing I would say is improve being more aggressive. I'd like to see Al at times try to get 30.
And that does it for us.
Muy bien again.
Thanks for tuning in.
Muchas gracias.
And we'll see you later.
De nada.
At center, standing 6'11", number 27, Zaza Pachulia. At the point guard position, at 6'3", number 31, Darren Williams. At small forward, at 6'9", number 25, Chandler Parsons. At the other guard position, standing 6'5", number 23, Wesley Matthews. Forward from Germany, number 41, Dirk Nowitzki. Your head coach is Rick Carlisle. Mavs fans, your Dallas Mavericks.
It's the Mavericks in Dallas, Texas for a little interconference action here at the American Airlines Center. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And it's the Hawks to start out. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Teague and Korver are the guards. Paul Millsap out there with Horford, and it's Splitter in at the center position. Now here's Korver. Picked by Horford. 6 on the shot clock. Nowitzki with the steal. Williams with the ball. Picked up by Teague. Williams attacking. Nowitzki gets a wide open look. The wing jumper off target.
Kyle Korver, a true laser. I mean, the most efficient catch-and-shoot jump shooter in the league, and maybe in league history. He tallied the second ever 50-50-90 season a year ago.
And it's Matthews with the jam.
And a great job of taking advantage of the steal there to get those easy ones in transition.
You know, that's exactly how you draw it up, Greg, on the board. I mean, good defensive work, aggressive play in the open court. Those two things are hand in glove when they work together.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Millsap misses. And Korver now in his 13th season in the NBA. Last season was his best ever, especially shooting.
Yeah, and he credits all of his improvement to the advanced off-season training regimen. Extremely dedicated. He moved his family to Santa Barbara to be closer to his trainer, and it's paid off.
Now here's Teague, following the miss by Wesley Matthews. 6 to shoot. Horford dishes to Korver. And Teague, here we go. That's good.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Williams. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Tries it from the top of the key. Not enough on that one as it misses.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Over to the left wing. Millsap has the open look. Connects from three-point range.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, guys, I was able to talk with Rick Carlisle for just a moment. We talked about the keys to this game, and he singled out Paul Millsap as a player they've simply got to be mindful of. Coach told me he's always been an energy guy, someone you have to locate and box out every possession. But he's developed his offensive game to the point where he's more than just a hustle guy. He's also a scoring threat now, and a guy we can't leave open. They'll be watching him, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. Here is Korver after Wesley Matthews' score. Picked by Horford. And Teague, here we go. Misfires after coming off the pick.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Now here's Parsons. He dishes it to Williams. Nowitzki, that's for 2. Off the left rim and out. The Hawks leading.
And guys, you hear about how the Hawks are the jokingly referred to as the Spurs of the East. It has to do with their coach, Mike Budenholzer, who's really brought that philosophy here to Atlanta.
Now here's Matthews. Jeff Teague unable to get his shot to go. Korver against Williams. To the middle. Here's Pachulia. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
And that one's good, Millsap. Millsap's got 5 now.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Parsons against Millsap. Parsons attacking. To the wing right side. Nowitzki, the pass to Parsons. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And Matthews with the basket on the assist from Parsons. And that's now 7 points for Wesley Matthews.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Dallas Mavericks dancers.
Look for Dallas. Charlie Villanueva's checked in for Pachulia. Felton comes in for Chandler Parsons. And Barea subbed in for Darren Williams. And then for Atlanta, Tavo Cephalosha has checked in for Splitter. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Teague. Felton against Hardaway. Feeds it to Millsap. No good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. And he isn't the biggest body at 6'8", Clark, but Paul Millsap, very effective.
And part of his being underrated and underestimated, I think, is due to that size. But folks are finally starting to come around. That kind of production he's put up will make that happen.
Now Schroeder after the missed 3 from Raymond Felton. And that one's good, Millsap.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Matthews. 7 points in the game. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Millsap with over a 7-foot wingspan and also just a great nose for the ball. He gets you rebounds, blocks, and he leads all power forwards in steals pretty much every season. And speaking of Millsap's defense, I mean, he can switch out and cover perimeter players as well. His smaller stature gives him that versatility, but then the long wingspan allows him to still bang with the biggies.
And so Nowitzki nails both of them.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Schroeder kicks to Hardaway. Millsap a screen on Felton. Outside Millsap. Again, Millsap missing.
The clear look at the hoop, he doesn't miss many of those.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Now here's Barea. Not a lot of room. Nowitzki. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Schroeder kicks to Horford. Puts up the baby hook, and the basket good.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Hawks lead by 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And Dirk Nowitzki still remembers the Mavs 2011 championship. He said he'd love to get one more before it's all said and done. One's definitely not enough for Dirk. He's been to the mountaintop and he wants more. Another trip there would be terrific for him. He's been to the finals twice.
Yeah, and you heard him. It was like the whole city was having one big party all summer long because they were there. How could you not want to have that experience once again?
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Schroeder and Bazemore are the guard set. Horford is out there with Cephalosha. And it's Splitter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Schroeder, and the rejection by Evans. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Pachulia, he's checked in for Dallas. Williams comes in for Raymond Felton. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Jeff Teague, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. The Mavericks leading. Now here's Williams. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Dishes it to Parsons. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
And last year we saw Coach Rick Carlisle pass the 600-win mark. Former Coach of the Year award winner has had so much success here in Dallas. One of many coaches to play for the 80s Celtics.
Bazemore dishes to T. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Offensive rebound. Got a piece of it. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Pachulia the pass to Parsons. Out to the wing. Pachulia kicks to Williams. Here's Evans, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
Parsons, the shot from the low post is good. And it's an 8-point Dallas lead. And with Coach Carlisle, he's had great success, Greg, as you're talking about, down in Dallas. Now in his 8th season, he's never finished under 500 with the Mavericks. Only finished under 500 once in his whole career. And Clark, he only missed the playoffs twice as a head coach.
Well, we had him in Indiana, and he's fantastic as a basketball coach. And the Mavericks have made it known that he can hang around and coach as long as he'd like to. That's pretty high praise for Rick Carlisle.
Harris kicks to Williams. Parsons against Horford. Parsons, right side. The tray. But they get it back. The Mavericks rebound. Evans outside. Parsons attacking and stolen by Splitter. And Bazemore kicks to T. Inside. They need this one. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. Last season we saw Al Horford rounding back into form. Good to see that after what had been his second season-ending pectoral muscle tear back in late 2013.
Exactly. I mean, the Hawks just had to bide their time while their best player was out. You saw once he returned, though, he makes a big difference for him.
And he makes the first.
And for me, Horford, one of the most unappreciated stars in the league. When he's healthy, he's every bit the franchise player because he really has no weakness. He does pretty much everything well on the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Pachulia. Matthews comes in for Jeremy Evans. And Barea subbed in for Harris. So Horford gets 2.
And Horford, I mean, this guy does it all on the floor. But for me, his leadership, that's one of those real intangibles. And he's unselfish, all about his teammates and completely focused on winning. So when your best player has that commitment, it has to rub off on the other players.
Korver dishes to T. Pass to Millsap. No one near him. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. 10 points for Paul Millsap.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Barea, the pass to Williams. Up top, Barea. Teague covering. Shot clock at 6. Williams inside the line. Rebounded by Hardaway.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the lean is probably not the best option on that shot.
Korver kicks to Teague. To the paint. It's tipped. And stolen by Nowitzki. And stolen by Horford. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Matthews, no good. The Hawks trail by 6. Teague kicks to Millsap. Hawks passing it around. Here's Horford. Nice D from Nowitzki.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Outside Williams. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap.
Remains Dallas ball.
A different look for Dallas. Charlie Villanueva's checked in for Chandler Parsons. And it's Felton in for Williams. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Schroeder's checked in. Five to shoot. Nowitzki kicks to Barea. Fires from 18. Dallas, no good that time either. The Hawks trail by 6. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Korver dishes to Horford. Korver attacking, and that one's good.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
17 seconds left to play in the first half. Barea with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And the shot is good from Nowitzki.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Schroeder. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's Dallas. They lead by 6. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with Coach Rick Carlisle. And, Coach, what impact is your defense having on slowing down their offense?
Well, we're active. They're missing a few shots they normally make. You know, we just got to compete. We got to keep competing the way we are.
Rick, thank you. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And, folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. The second quarter was when things really came together for them, and the result is they were able to build a solid 6-point lead at the half. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played?
Well, you expect the home team to take care of business, and they have. They didn't play flawlessly, but they held their own. Now we get to see the true test in the second half.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Hawks?
They didn't get much help from the bench, Ernie. They could really use that spark to balance the load. Some nights you get the job done with the starters, but you can't depend on them to do everything.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Millsap playing well. He's got 10 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Mavericks leading by 6. Always seems the Mavs are able to compete for a title, Clark, but their window might be closing with some of their stars aging, namely Dirk Nowitzki.
You're exactly right, Kevin, because Dirk is the centerpiece of that franchise, has been for over a decade. They made the Rondo trade last year trying for a big finals run, but eventually they'll start to have to build for the future.
Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Williams is out there with Matthews, and it's Pachulia in at the 5, patrolling the paint. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Williams, they get a hand on it. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And when you look at the Mavs, they have always built through free agency, still tinkered with the roster this season to get into a position to compete. Not having any lottery picks for so long has hampered their youth and development.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Solid work at the line a season ago, 83% on his opportunities.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
And he sinks the second.
Well, you know, with the Mavs making the playoffs so consistently, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Cuts both ways. They rarely have draft picks that help take the team to the next level, but they are in the playoffs, which is what every team wants to be part of.
Millsap against Parsons.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander. You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Dallas Mavericks dancers. Give them a round of applause, fans.
It's stolen by Korver. And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
The Hawks trail by 5. Look at his contract, and Kyle Korver is a steal, Clark, at 4 years and $24 million.
Yeah, but he's a guy not only who can shoot it, clearly, but a good team defender as well. I think he's a really solid, complete player and a pro's pro in terms of the locker room.
Yeah, seems when he's on the floor, the Hawks a different team offensively.
No question.
And Korver, not the longest or the most athletic, but he's disciplined and also moves his feet well. So they talk about staying on a string defensively. He's always attentive and engaged.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Back to Teague. Shot clock at 5. Pulls it up. Offensive rebound. And it's slammed in by Splitter.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
The Hawks trail by 5. Clark, one thing about the Hawks last year is they were very strong on the road, as you could have guessed.
Yeah, but Kevin, they struggled a little bit down the stretch on the road, but still managed to have the best road record in the East.
Millsap passes to Korver. 5 on the clock. Millsap gets to Korver. Hawks passing it around. Splitter. No good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way.
And how about that road record for the Hawks? 25-16 last season. 9 of those wins came during that 19-game winning streak in early 2015.
And the shot is good from Nowitzki.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today. Boy, you look at the Hawks, and they seem to be built to play on the road because they can survive a player having an off game. They're so deep and versatile. Team basketball is a lot less prone to go cold when you're on the road.
Now the pass to Matthews. Nowitzki a screen. Williams dishes to Matthews. Here's the screen. It's stolen by Korver. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. That's in, and the Dallas lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Al Horford.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Nowitzki a screen. To the middle. Here's Pachulia. And Splitter pulls it down. The Hawks trail by 3. Korver attacking. The dish to Millsap. Korver with it. Williams picks him up. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Teague inside the line. Again, the Hawks score.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
1:44 left in the third quarter. And the one thing Thiago Splitter gives you every year, Clark, is consistency. The numbers, the effort, the results, all very familiar every year.
Yeah, his game is really built on the intangibles. He hustles, he knows where he's supposed to be, he gets to the right spot at the right time, crashes the boards, takes charges. He does all the little stuff.
Here's Horford. And Pachulia pulls it down.
Major defensive lapse right there. He's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Korver against Williams. Right side Teague. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Teague's got 8.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Passes it to Nowitzki. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got 6 assists in the game. Williams against Teague. Splitter sets a screen. Korver gets a wide open look, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Korver's got his second bucket. Mavericks have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Parsons against Millsap. Parsons passes to Nowitzki. Rebound Atlanta. Splitter's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Outside Teague. For the lead. Missed. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Mavericks lead by 1. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter, and if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. The Hawks trailing. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Splitter is out there with Paul Millsap, and it's Thabo Sefolosha. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Hardaway in at the shooting guard. Schroeder. It's deflected, and they get it back. That puts them in the lead. Splitter's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Hawks. The Mavericks shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Now Barea. He kicks it to Matthews. Fires the 3. They get it again. Villanueva. It's deflected.
All right, Mavs fans, keep it going.
Sefolosha dishes to Schroeder. Hardaway kicks it over to Schroeder. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Now it's a 4-point Hawks lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Atlanta.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also the ball hawking. The way they've come up with the steals, the way they've harassed the ball handler all day, forcing mistakes. They've really done a nice job of taking it down.
No good from outside. Millsap And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And guys, you got to love the front court for these Atlanta Hawks. I mean, Al Horford and Paul Millsap both give up a few inches in terms of height, but you won't find a more skilled and versatile front court in the NBA.
Well, speaking of the skill of the Atlanta front court, their offense predicated on ball movement and spacing and shooting. A lot like San Antonio. Horford and Millsap, a perfect fit.
Really, those two enjoy playing together. Excellent chemistry between them because they're both mobile, agile, skilled big guys.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Big change last year for the Mavs came when they traded for Rajon Rondo. It looked to be the missing piece for him, Clark, but boy, it just never seemed to come together.
You just don't know. Trades are always risky. You don't know how they're going to work out, and I give credit to ownership for talking to the players to see what they thought about the trade before they actually made the deal.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Dallas Mavericks dancers.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Thank you, Doris. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Millsap's got the lead up to 6 now for the Hawks. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Nowitzki sends a screen for Matthews. Out to the right wing. Lets it fly from 18. It goes straight through with the swish. 14 points for Nowitzki.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Splitter sets a screen. Hardaway passes to Cephalosha. Outside Millsap. Hardaway from outside. Mavericks with the rebound. Nowitzki's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Nowitzki a screen. Harris dishes to Nowitzki. Atlanta with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Now here's Schroeder, guarded by Harris. Matthews with the steal. No good. And Atlanta will come the other way. Now here's Schroeder, guarded closely. Lets it go from 11. Hits the front of the rim and out.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
That drops.
Really good work on the interior. That is a critical 2 points there. That was an ideal scenario really for him. Point blank range and also a size advantage.
Splitter sets a screen. Here's Hardaway. Here's Schroeder. And a miss there on the triple.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Nowitzki a screen. And Matthews kicks to Villanueva. Nowitzki with the steal. Villanueva passes to Felton. Hardaway against Harris. Villanueva up top. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Villanueva's got the game tied up here for Dallas.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
It's been quite a game for Dirk Nowitzki.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Stepping onto the court for your entertainment are the Dallas Mavericks dancers. Give it up.
A different look for Dallas. Pachulia comes in for Charlie Villanueva. And Parsons subbed in for Raymond Felton. Then for the Hawks, Al Horford. He's checked in for Cephalosha. Korver comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Teagan for Dennis Schroeder. Korver with it. Matthews covering. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And that's 10 points for Horford.
They've got the lead despite pretty cold shooting from the field in the first half, and now they're beginning to find their groove.
Heating up and looking to build on that lead.
One guy who's been getting it done is Paul Millsap.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
.156 left in the game. Harris against T. Nowitzki drives in. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. 16 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Your entertainment are the Dallas Mavericks dancers. Give it up.
Teague against Harris. Outside Teague. To the inside. Here's Splitter. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
At the line of Mavericks, Tiago Splitter. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that gives them the lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 2-point ball game.
And nice work at the line. I mean, when the game's this close, you have got to cash in on those opportunities.
Okay, guys, that's stepping onto the court for your entertainment are the Dallas Mavericks dancers. Give it up.
There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. There's a screen. Nowitzki. And so he ends a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
We've seen Nowitzki playing a good game here. He's got 16 points now and 3 great steals.
No idea we'd see a performance like this one today.
The only way to describe it in my vocabulary is dominance.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. Both free throws good from Nowitzki.
Tremendous job at the line as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
Outside T. Kicks to Korver. Horford sets a screen for Korver. Lock at 6. Here's Splitter.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the defense.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Shooting for Dallas, Thiago Splitter at the line for 2.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
First free throw is good, and that gives them the lead. And the Mavericks making a change here. Williams is checked in. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 2-point ball game.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
And defensively, if you're trying to battle back, you can't keep sending them to the line.
When you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Parsons. He has 9 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that narrows the gap to 1. For Atlanta, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth, 4 of 9. The feed to Splitter. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation.
At the line for Mavericks, Thiago Splitter at the line for 2.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game. Balanced scoring, Clark, for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watching it, okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar.
You might want to cut down on that sugar intake, though, Clark. But anyway, everybody's been involved in this offense here early on, and it has a way of helping you defensively.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Dallas Mavericks dancers.
A three-pointer would be huge right now.
Boy, a chance to tie it up with the game on the line. This is what we live for. I want to see what happens right here.
Sinks it.
Boy, Dirk Nowitzki is a handful. They're having a lot of trouble dealing with him.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Do it. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throws. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt.
And here's Matthews for the 3. Right between the eyes. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Okay, Dallas, now stepping onto the court for your entertainment are the Dallas Mavericks dancers. Give it up.
So it's Atlanta now. Teague drives in.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
And so it's the Hawks who come out on top. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Al, Coach mentioned he wanted to be prepared to come into this building and do whatever was necessary to win. Do you feel like the team played with that level of intensity?
Yeah, no question. I like the energy from our team from the beginning. To be able to come in here and get a win like this, it feels good.
Tough place. Well done on the win. We appreciate it, Al. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew. Thanking you for tuning in. See you later.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul Millsap. He delivered quite a star performance. Not uncommon, as we've seen him have this sort of terrific night many times.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
You gotta love Paul Millsap showing us all of what he's capable of. He's tough to guard. He's got a tremendous combination of an inside and an outside game. He can really do it all. He'll get you points at the rim, and he can knock down the mid-range jump shot, whatever it takes.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.